I've always been fascinated by old photographs. There's something about the way they capture a moment in time, freezing it forever, that I find absolutely captivating. So, when I stumbled upon an antique shop in my neighborhood that specialized in vintage photography, I just had to go in. The shop was dimly lit, with rows upon rows of old photo albums and frames lining the shelves. The air was thick with the scent of aged paper and dust. I spent hours browsing through the collections, marveling at the faces and places that seemed to belong to a different era. That's when I saw it. An old photograph of a family gathered around a Christmas tree. They were all smiling, except for one person, a man standing at the back, with a stern expression and eyes that seemed to bore into my soul. What caught my attention, though, was that I had no idea who he was. I turned the photo over, expecting to find some notation or caption. But there was nothing, just a blank, yellowed piece of paper. I showed it to the shop owner, asking if he knew anything about the photo. He shook his head, telling me that it had been part of a larger collection he had purchased from an estate sale. I couldn't shake off the feeling that there was something odd about that photo. I ended up buying it, along with a few other pictures that I found interesting. As I walked home, I couldn't help but feel like I was being watched. I glanced over my shoulder, but there was no one there. When I got home, I decided to scan the photos and share them on social media. It wasn't until I uploaded the Christmas photo that I noticed something strange. The man with the stern expression seemed to be different. His eyes seemed darker, his face more gaunt. I rubbed my eyes, thinking it was just a trick of the light. But when I looked again, the image was the same. I started to feel a creeping sense of dread. Who was this man? And why did he seem to be changing? Over the next few days, I found myself becoming increasingly obsessed with the photo. I started to notice the man in other pictures, too, always lurking in the background, always with that same unsettling expression. I began to feel like I was losing my mind. And then, I received a package in the mail. Inside, I found a series of old photographs, all featuring the same man. But this time, he was standing next to me. I have no memory of ever meeting this person, let alone taking pictures with him. The photos were dated from different years, different locations. It was as if the man had been following me my entire life. I tried to convince myself that it was just a prank. But deep down, I knew that something was terribly wrong. I've been trying to research the man, to find out who he is and what he wants. But every lead ends in a dead end. The only thing I know for sure is that I'm not alone. The man is still out there, watching me, waiting for me. And I have a feeling that he's been waiting for a very long time. I've started to notice strange things around my house, doors creaking open, shadows moving out of the corner of my eye. I've tried to tell myself that it's just my imagination. But I know what I've seen. The man is real. And he's coming for me. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. I'm starting to feel like I'm losing my grip on reality. If you're reading this, please, be careful. The man in the photographs is real. And he's not to be trifled with. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to post. But I had to warn you. He's out there, watching, waiting. And I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to stay one step ahead of him.